Have you ever wondered what it would be like if we could turn back time and once again see creatures we thought were lost forever? Beings labeled extinct in natural history books, but then suddenly return from the shadows. This isn't just science fiction, it's an exciting reality. In this video, we're going to take you on a breathtaking journey to meet 10 true heroes, animals that stood against extinction and got a second chance at life. Are you ready to challenge your beliefs and witness the miracles of nature? Then stay with us until the end as we unveil the secret of these astonishing comebacks. The South Island Takahe, a return from the depths of oblivion. Imagine for decades a creature existing only as a fading memory, a ghost from the past with no hope of ever being seen again. This is precisely the story of the South Island Takahe. This large, flightless bird, native to New Zealand, with its iridescent blue and green plumage and bright red beak, was officially declared extinct in 1898. But was it truly? In 1948, a miracle occurred. An expedition team discovered a small population of takahe deep within a remote valley in the Murchison Mountains. This discovery not only shocked the world, but also inspired one of the most successful wildlife conservation programs. The takahe, a symbol of hope and proof that nature always finds a way to survive, even when we think all is lost. The platypus frog. The mystery of disappearance and reappearance. The platypus frog, a creature with an odd appearance that seemed more like a fantastical being than a real amphibian. This Australian native frog, famous for its unique reproductive method, carrying its young in the mother's stomach, had not been seen since 1981 and was placed on the extinction list. The sudden disappearance of this creature had puzzled scientists. However, in 2009, a group of researchers announced they were attempting to revive this species using in vitro fertilization techniques. Although this frog has not yet fully returned to nature, these efforts show that the hope for the return of lost species never completely dies. The Clarion night snake, the desert phantom that reappeared remote islands, often host unique species found nowhere else. The Clarion night snake, native to Mexico's Clarion Island, was one such creature. This small, mysterious snake had been officially considered extinct since 1936. For over 70 years, there was no trace of it until 2014, when a team of biologists, to their utter disbelief, discovered a living specimen while studying other snakes. This discovery not only thrilled nature lovers, but also reminded us that sometimes nature preserves its secrets in the deepest and most hidden corners. The Clarion night snake is testament to the fact that even in difficult conditions, life finds a way to hide and survive. The pygmy tarsier, the ghost lemur that was seen again. Pygmy tarsiers, these small, nocturnal creatures with astonishingly large eyes, have always been shrouded in mystery. The pygmy tarsier, native to Indonesia, had been officially considered extinct since 1920, with only a few dried specimens existing in museums. But in 2008, astonishing news swept the world. A group of scientists successfully identified a living specimen of this ghost lemur. In the high altitudes of Sulawesi Island, this discovery was not only a victory for wildlife conservation, but also showed how much of our world remains unknown. The pygmy tarsier reminds us that even in today's modern world, we can still encounter the wonders of nature. The Caledonian crested gecko, a return to the pet world. Caledonian crested geckos, with their fancy appearance and beautiful eyelashes, are among the most popular pet reptiles in the world. But did you know that these beloved creatures were considered extinct for several decades? These geckos, native to New Caledonia, had not been seen since 1886 and were thought to be gone forever. However, in 1994, a miracle occurred, and these creatures were rediscovered in the rainforests of New Caledonia. The return of this species not only gave them a second chance at survival, but also revolutionized the pet industry. The Caledonian crested gecko is a clear example of how a single discovery can have widespread impacts on the lives of both humans and animals. The Chacoan peccary, the desert pig that was found again. The Chacoan peccary, a type of desert pig native to South America, was officially considered extinct since the 1800s. These creatures, resembling small wild pigs, lived in arid and desert regions, and for decades existed only in fossils and legends. But in 1975, a group of researchers in the remote Gran Chaco region of Paraguay accidentally encountered a population of these peccaries. This discovery was not only a huge shock to the scientific community, but also showed how much of the world's remote areas remain unknown. The Chacoan peccary is a symbol of resilience in the harshest conditions and a reminder that nature always holds surprises for us. Gilbert's potteroo, the world's smallest kangaroo that returned. Gilbert's potteroo, the smallest kangaroo species in the world, is native to Western Australia. This tiny, shy creature was officially considered extinct since 1879. These nocturnal and solitary beings had been hidden from human sight for decades and were thought to be gone forever. But in 1994, to everyone's astonishment, a live specimen was discovered in Menzies National Park. This discovery was a turning point in Australia's wildlife conservation efforts. Gilbert's potteroo, with its very small and vulnerable population, is a symbol of the fragility of endangered species and the importance of continuous efforts to protect them. The story of this small creature shows that even a small discovery can bring great hope. Three, the Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat that kind of returned. Creative interpretation. Okay, I know you might be raising your eyebrows now and saying, Smilodon, wasn't that animal really extinct? Yes, you are absolutely right. The famous saber-toothed cat, or Smilodon, disappeared from the earth thousands of years ago. But here, as an enthusiastic YouTuber, allow me to be a little creative. The return of the Smilodon in the form of amazing scientific reconstructions, fictional theme parks, and of course, inspiring movies and video games can be considered a kind of virtual return. Today, scientists use fossils and advanced technologies to provide a very accurate picture of these ancient creatures. This return, in a way, demonstrates our endless fascination with prehistoric creatures and our efforts to understand our planet's past. Although it hasn't returned in the real world in this form, it has a strong presence in the world of science and imagination. 2. The La Gomera giant lizard, the island's hidden dragon. The Canary Islands are famous not only for their natural beauty, but also for their unique endemic species. The La Gomera giant lizard, a massive species of native lizard on the Spanish island, had not been seen since the 16th century and was officially considered extinct. It was thought that overhunting and the introduction of invasive species had completely wiped out these magnificent creatures. But in 1999, in a rugged and inaccessible area, a group of researchers managed to find a small population of these giant lizards. This discovery was not only a great victory for the conservation of endangered species, but also showed us that nature, even in the smallest corners, can hide great secrets. The La Gomera giant lizard, a symbol of resilience and the power of survival against threats. 1. The coelacanth, the ocean's living fossil. And now for number 1 on our list, the king of those who returned from extinction, the coelacanth. This ancient fish, whose fossils date back 400 million years, was found only in geology and paleontology books from the time of the dinosaurs until the 20th century. It was thought that this living fossil had become extinct millions of years ago. But in 1938, to everyone's astonishment, a living specimen was caught off the coast of South Africa. This discovery was one of the greatest scientific events of the 20th century and left the world amazed. The coelacanth, with its prehistoric appearance and the ability of its fins to move in a way that resembles walking, is not only a marvelous survivor, but also opens a window into the distant past and the evolution of marine creatures. This fish is an unparalleled symbol of endurance, persistence, and the endless mysteries of the oceans. As you've seen, the story of these 10 animals returning from extinction is not only exciting and full of wonder, but also carries important lessons for us. These stories remind us that nature, even when we think all is lost, can find ways to survive. They show that conservation efforts, even on the smallest scale, can make a big difference. And most importantly, these stories give us hope. Hope that with greater awareness, more targeted efforts, and a deeper respect for the natural world, we can prevent the extinction of more species and create a brighter future for all living beings on our planet. So let's be inspired by these returning heroes and each play our part in protecting these unique natural treasures.